the quarterback season you are most keen to see? Could it be the follow-up of Josh Allen to his MVP campaign, any of last year's stellar rookies in year two? I'll give you the option of J.J. McCarthy, obviously, for him. Which one, if you could choose, that you're like, Rodgers in Pittsburgh? I give you the floor. Which season is it that you're most interested in?
That's a great question.
Thank you, sir.
Because there's so many, great storylines, especially around the quarterbacks.
But I'm getting you ready for game day morning, Kurt, where you have to choose one. I'm getting you. Like your summer recess is over. You've got to choose.
I'm gonna hem and haw, and then I'll pick one for you. But I want to see Jaden Daniels in year two. Okay. I thought he was phenomenal last year, and if this is who this kid is, and we get to see that same thing this year, I mean, we're looking at a superstar, and I believe probably a future MVP in this league if we can see that again. I think the intrigue with Caleb Williams and the change with Ben Johnson is exciting as well, because you remember we called the game in London and he throws 4 touchdown passes and he looks every bit the part. And then things kind of spiraled and fell apart for the Chicago Bears and for Caleb kind of down the stretch. But I'm excited to see. I want to know who Caleb Williams is as well. And so I'm really excited to see him in this offense. I really like what Ben Johnson does. And I think it's going to give Caleb a better chance to succeed this year. I'm looking forward to seeing Michael Penix too. Is that, we just caught a glimpse of him at the end of last year, but I'm excited to see with all the talent he's got around him, him as well. So I think there's so many great things to see from a quarterback perspective. But I think I really want to see Jaden Daniels again. I so enjoyed watching him play. I couldn't wait to pop on the tape every single week to see what he was going to do. So I'm excited to see year two for him.
Yeah, and then so now that I have my answer, let's go back to Caleb, because you were so vocal on your QB Confidential YouTube page and everything else that you popped out on Caleb about the way he was playing, the way that they were having him play. Then obviously the season blew up on the coaching staff. Knowing what Ben Johnson does and knowing what Caleb needed to have done for him last year, walk me through what this marriage means for Caleb, do you think?
Right. This is interesting because, I've talked about a lot on game day morning, and I talk about it for those that follow me, this whole pure progression idea that we're seeing kind of take over football and even, kind of take over the NFL. And it simply means that you're giving a quarterback a play, and the progression stays exactly the same no matter what defense you see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no matter what defense you see. I fall into another category where I call it defender read type plays, where I'm going back and I'm trying to look at a defender. And I've got 2 receivers that are trying to put that guy in conflict. I'm going to read that defender and let that defender tell me where I'm going to throw it. So I believe the pure progression type system can slow a quarterback down because he's not reading kind of 2 guys at once and not able to get through things faster. And that's what Chicago did most of the time last year. And I felt like I feel like it hurts quarterbacks, but I felt like it really hurt Caleb Williams. And he got caught holding the football way too much, leading to all of those sacks and all of those issues. Okay, bring in Ben Johnson. Now, Ben Johnson does a version of pure progression type offense as well. But what I love about what Ben does is that he ties his pure progression type offense into concepts that could be more defender read type concepts. So you're still reading it in a particular order, but it's designed around still putting that player in conflict. And I'm interested to see how that meshes with who Caleb Williams is that you still have your progression, but can he get into some more of that defender read and play the game faster than he did last year? Ben has a great system. I really like what he does and how he builds his offense. So I'm excited about that marriage. But I think it's going to give us a better chance to see who Caleb Williams is and what he's capable of doing. And can he play the game faster? And, we go back to college and he was so dynamic and so good, and especially good at creating and making these special plays. We need him to play more on time, on schedule, and making those kind of timing throws, which he didn't do very well last year. I think this system is going to give him a chance to do that better, and it's going to illuminate for all of us who Caleb Williams is at this point in time in his career, where last year I just felt like he was behind the eight ball and he was playing slow. And I don't believe the system helped him to play faster.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.